Welcome back to the Lies of P Overture DLC guide. Last time we defeated Lumacchio, the leader of the bastards, and he really was a proper bastard. A pretty tough guy, actually. I hope you all managed to take him down, and that's exactly where we're picking up now. I'd appreciate it if you gave a thumbs up, and let's jump right in. Namely, after you defeat Lumacchio, there's a small decision to make. It's not a truth or lie decision, just a regular dialogue, and you can choose to punish him or leave him behind. It doesn't really matter what you do. You get the loot either way. Feel free to punish him right away if you want. I left him behind at first, but if you do that, you should come back here later to collect his loot. That's obviously very important. Then further down by the Stargazer, basically about 5 meters away, there's a Stargazer. From there we continue on, and today we're going to collect some trophies, friends. So first head back to Hotel Krat, and there we'll give the tracker Lumacchio's clothes, so to speak, because there's a clue for the Cipher machine there, and it's inside. We definitely need it in order to advance the quest here, so don't miss this important step. That's why we're heading over there now. A little trick: if you already have the dog mask at this point, talk to the tracker while wearing it. You will get a small hidden dialogue because you're both dogs and they get along especially well. So show him your findings from Lumacchio and talk to him once while wearing the dog mask to get another secret dialogue, this one about the treasure hunter's mask. Once you've completed that, you'll receive the deciphered text, which of course we'll solve later on. But for now, let's continue. We're gonna head back for now, back to the old game, the main game. There's also a little hidden trick in the Barren Swamp. Very few people know about it, but you should definitely go to the Barren Swamp. You surely remember the curious doll that wanted to learn gestures, and thanks to the DLC, we now have several new gestures we can show her, earning a reward each time. So go to the broken doll if she's still active for you, and show her all your new gestures this way. You'll receive a nice gift every time. Once you've done that, head straight to the coastal cave hideout. There we still have the king standing around, who was a bit confusing, but in the end you can simply kill him here and get a new outfit for it. So let's just run all the way through here. Of course you can ignore the enemies. We've been here several times before. Just run up here. Up here the king is actually hiding, and you basically kill him to get the royal outfit. So let's just go ahead and do that now. So just run through here, and you can already hear him talking. The puppet prince puts on the crown, and of course we're definitely going to grab that crown now. So quickly take out the enemies here, which really shouldn't be a problem at all. Once the very last guy here is taken care of, grab the guy with the crown and you can get a brand new outfit. So make sure to take this one out, otherwise he's good for nothing and won't help you at all. So let's just take him down and we'll get the imperial crown of the puppet prince. Then we continue right away, again starting from the Stargazer, and this time we teleport back specifically to the inside of the shipwreck. Of course things continue here now that we've taken care of Lumacchio. Unfortunately my save file crashed here, that's why we have to quickly run through this part again. There are still quite a few items to collect here, but what's especially important is that you turn around here and go into the room at the back. There's something else in here as well. Grab that item. It's nothing particularly special, so it's not a big deal if you miss it here. Go through here, around the corner to the right. You need to take another look in there, because you'll find another small room, namely this one. And here on the table, or rather between these crates, there's something else lying around. Take everything with you and take out the enemies here. Then go all the way through to the back. And make sure to grab all the items that you find here, and you'll quickly end up back up here on the next floor. And this is exactly where it continues. There's a chest here, make sure to grab it, and then you can head outside and you'll find yourself in another icy area. There isn't much to collect here, folks, but you can still pick up the next gesture right here. If you haven't frozen to death from the ice yet, you should definitely do this, get the shocked gesture. and then you'll have it in your inventory, because now you're only missing one more gesture to complete your collection. Go ahead and check that out and let yourself be killed by the frost here. Of course, if you already have it, then don't. In that case, just fight your way through here and take out all the enemies. And yeah, there really isn't much to collect here. Everything is kind of along the way, and there are just a few enemies. Don't let yourself get thrown into the water. That's why I'm just going to let this play through. Let's continue. When you reach the shipwreck here, the next one, there's a tough enemy waiting for you. You have to defeat him to get a bit more loot. Then you go up here, and there's also a small hidden enemy. Take care of him as well. And yeah, right here you'll soon find a shop upgrade for Klaus. So be a bit careful to make sure you get the second shop upgrade. But first take out the enemy here, go straight ahead, and then grab the ladder in the back area. Never forget your weapon sharpening tools, friends. After such a long journey and so many sliced up enemies, make sure to head up the ladder here. This little room here is a bit mysterious. There's basically nothing in it, and there's a door. Pretty strange. It totally confused me. But it's not a big deal. We grab the ladder, climb up, and once we're at the top, we can drop down between the planks here. Drop down here, and yes, you come out below, where there's a really big, nice safe. Of course, we grab it, and here we can get Klaus's second shop upgrade, which we'll definitely take with us. So grab this item here. Klaus's premium luxury bag, we'll take that with us and then jump down through the hole here. Down here, a few more enemies will show up, but most importantly, back here in the cell, there's a document you definitely should pick up. It's a note that will give you a bit more insight into the story. Alright, then head out this way, and there's really no other path except for the ladder going up, so we can just follow this route here. There's actually nothing on the intermediate floor. You don't really need to jump down again. You can just keep going here, climb up the ladder, and yeah, head along this way. Back here on the plank, there was also something, some kind of abrasive or something like that. So really, nothing special either. Grab that item, then head back up the plank and go inside the ship. And now you're basically on the other side. Yeah, now we'll just keep slicing our way through here and take out the remaining enemies. So take them out. You can also sneak up on some of them from behind pretty well. So just take them all out here. Then keep going straight ahead, and you'll really run into a bunch of enemies. If we jump down here, go back up, because the main path is the lower route, and we want to check everything up here. There's a chest here to grab. So for now, just stay up here, go straight through here, and in the back you'll see 3 more enemies. You'll need to take them all out first. Yeah, once you've done that, that's great. By then you'll probably be pretty low on potions. But that's not a problem, because we'll be getting a checkpoint soon. Run through here and grab the chest in the back right. I think there was a blade inside. Alright then, now let's continue along the main path, and the save and recording are working again. Unfortunately, I had to run through everything again. Annoying. I should buy a capture card. That's an option. Anyway, just keep going straight ahead. You'll see a ladder here that goes down. We can also go back here somehow, but it's really weird because there's nothing here. So of course we'll take the ladder down. And that's where it continues. Climb down here, and once you've reached the bottom, there's still something to pick up here. So don't go straight out here, because otherwise you won't be able to come back. Don't go through the hole here, but first go right into this small door. There's a chest in there, so don't jump through there yet. Open the chest here first. Once you've done that, continue through the hole, and now the items are back again, friends. Thank God. So let's go through here and grab the stargazer. Yes, from the Stargazer you continue on, you see the items are back. That's annoying because I have to play again and because items are gone. I loved Clear Obscure where you could load a save from 2 hours ago. It's an awesome feature. You walk through here ahead, there's a plant those ice things that shoot at you. Not sure what they are, but creatures are strong and fire at you. So take them out here. I took that guy down. Yeah. I pretty much got frozen too. Of course, you could also get the gesture here and let yourself be hit by the freezing death, so to speak. And then you would also get the gesture. But if you already have the freezing gesture, that's perfect. Because then we can just keep going and simply follow the path here. Not much to do as before with the ice passage. Just take out the enemies here and make sure you don't get thrown off or fall down yourself. With a special attack like that, it can actually happen pretty easily. Otherwise, there's nothing else here. I'll take out the cart. Nothing was behind the crates either, and it's pretty empty here too. So let's just keep going straight ahead and cross the bridge here. There we can already see the next tough Enemian elite, so be careful. He's standing back there. Try to take out the smaller ones first and then take down the big one here, and then you can pick up some nice loot here. Careful, that guy can get pretty wild sometimes, so watch out for that as well. At the end, land a quick finisher and that should take care of him. So far so good. We'll grab the cadaver body fluid bottle and back here on the left, the glowing Ergo chunk. From here we move on. We're going to head straight through here, and now there are different paths we can take. Here's a bit more loot from the enemy. We'll go left. A creature is shooting at you, but it's not a big deal. Just run through here, take out the creature and grab the ancient disc, then head straight back. And yes, there are a few more branches here, which of course we'll check out. For now, it's best to just keep going through here, and yeah, there's something to pick up in the right corner. We'll grab the Legion magazine, then keep going straight ahead here. You'll come to a little village, and here you can pick up the Mayor's Diary, which reveals more about the village. Yeah, which the Fisherman already told us a little about. In any case, let's read through the Mayor's diary. Then you'll see a small hut here, but we can't go inside yet, so we can ignore it for now. First, head left to the Krat Lighthouse. There are several things to do here and some trophies to earn. Grab the Krat puzzle. You can also visit the Stargazer now to upgrade your potions. Personally, I just ran through here. But there's a mini boss coming up soon, so feel free to go back to the Stargazer if your potions are still empty. Just keep that in mind. Once you've been to the Stargazer, head down here, go down the stairs. Jump down here, the stairs will break and you'll be trapped here and ready for the next boss fight. Pretty cool animation, how he bursts out of the whale. Really well done. Take out the fish here and you'll get a full moonstone. And of course over here the ice surface opens up again, otherwise you'd be trapped and couldn't get back. Suddenly a few ice chunks appear out of nowhere. Funny coincidence. In any case, there's nothing left to grab here, but I wanted to take another look at the whale because up ahead there's still something to collect and it looks pretty creepy. They really did a great job with it, I think. With that hole in it, it looks intense. It would have been cooler if you could go through the hole and find an item inside. That would have been cool. Let's keep going. Straight ahead across the ice. I'll check the crates one more time. There's nothing. Up ahead there's another item. Of course we'll grab that. And now we're basically coming out of the house that we couldn't open earlier, so we've unlocked that now. So go through here, open the door and you're back in the village. and then we can head back to the Cradle Lighthouse. You can of course ignore the enemies here or take them out, whichever you prefer. In any case, head left here to go back to the Cradle Lighthouse. There are still quite a few things we need to do here. First, head up here to the Stargazer, recharge your potions and so on, and then we can continue from here. As you can see, there's still a lot to do at Krat Lighthouse, but for now we'll go from the lighthouse down to the lower floor and head down here. You can see a platform here, and this is also where the Cipher machine is. This is where you can solve the puzzle. To do that, just go into your inventory and unequip the giant amulet. That sets your weight to 120, and apparently the previous owner was a really heavy dude. This causes the pressure plate here to open, and that's where you'll find your loot, or rather, the solution to the puzzle. Grab the item here and then head straight back to the Stargazer, because now we've got the Lighthouse Keeper's diary in our pocket, and can of course return to Alidoru. Actually, no, it's Tracker. I always mix the two up because they're wearing the same mask. Well, let's head back to Hotel Krat and talk to the Tracker. And here we can now solve the dark secret, which will also earn you the Tracker's trophy, and you'll have a choice to make here. Once again, you have to choose between lying or telling the truth. I've slowed it down a bit for you on purpose. If you say they were rescued, that's basically the lie. If you say they weren't, that's the truth. And that's why in this case we choose the left side, because of course we're doing the lie run. Otherwise the Tracker will naturally give you the Uncovering Dark Secrets trophy, and you'll also get some other cool items from him. Once you've taken care of all that, we still have the shop expansion for Klaus in our inventory. Of course, we'll take care of that now as well. So let's go in here, give him his goods, his premium luxury bag, and he'll unlock a few more new items for us. Yes. Now we can go in and exchange the ancient disc for the mustache of the famous detective. Otherwise, you can buy quartz or similar items here if you want to make yourself stronger. But please don't buy the cheap stuff, because ancient discs aren't that common. I invested mine in quartz. In any case, his shop is now completely sold out, just the way I wanted it. Of course, you can do it a bit differently if you like. The important thing is just to make sure you take the important items with you. From the Cradle Tower, we head back and go up here, and you'll quickly hear some voices, because Rosaura is in a separate room. But first, go into this room here, and you'll get the letter from a young fisherman and the old beer bottle. This way, we can immediately solve the next quest for the old fisherman. But first, make sure to grab all the items here, like the special cleaning ampoule and so on. And of course, we also have the old beer bottle with us. We'll need that for the fisherman in a moment. But for now, let's keep going, head up the stairs here. Just go out at the top, and now you will hear those voices I mentioned earlier. Just keep going up here and then climb up the ladder. Back here, there's something LC Crescent Moonstone. We'll grab that too, and then happily climb up here. And up here, you'll automatically receive the last gesture, folks. And if you don't have the trophy now, things get a bit tricky. I've already uploaded a video covering all the gestures on the channel. But what's important is that you now receive the gesture, look into the distance here, and with it, the trophy as well. If you don't have it yet, it's often because you still need to solve a certain document. Here you can see that you already have all of them except for one. And if that's the case for you as well, then you should maybe read a few letters, specifically the document called Correspondence from Overseas. We get another gesture and wildlife hunt. Beware of bears. Once you have all for the trophy, don't go back down jump from Lighthouse. Here you'll also get the cat dust. You can take the ladder down, and there you'll also find Rosaura and can have a conversation with her. Yes, so it's very important that you definitely go down here, and here you can talk to her. Alright, so far so good. We've done everything, get another part of Rosaura's treasure, and yes, that's obviously great, and we should take a moment to say thank you here. There's also another hidden dialogue where she tells us a bit more and even boasts to us. Otherwise, we're done here. But don't go back up the ladder, instead take the ladder to the left, because over there is the final rabbit hole, and of course we're going to grab it. But first pick up the determination crank here and use the rabbit hole key. This really is the last key. So now we have all the rabbit holes, and of course we can go in here and open the safe. Here you'll find a new outfit, a new note, and honestly this little side quest is actually quite funny. Of course you can now put on the hunting outfit and you'll get a small node item as well. So definitely do this at least once and put on the hunting outfit so you can get the item here. There's a log about missing keys, and apparently quite a few have gone missing, but there aren't any more keys in the game. So don't be surprised if there are, how many actually, 10, 20, 320 keys listed. Yeah, so far so good. We've taken care of everything here. We've also advanced Rosaura's quest as far as we can for now. And now we can of course jump down here and head back to the Stargazer. And now of course we still need to hand in the old beer bottle. So in any case, make sure to teleport to the shipwreck outer area where the fisherman is still lying. Now as a reward for the magnificent catch he made, we're going to return his beer bottle to him. So teleport over there and let's continue from here. The fisherman isn't hard to find. Just walk straight through here and he'll still be sitting back there in the corner. Of course, give him the beer bottle as a reward, and he also has a little decision for you to make. And here again, you have the choice to tell the truth or to lie. So telling the truth would mean saying that they're all dead. And lying would be saying, well, they're still alive and I'll tell the sun, and so on. Alright, take the fisherman's key with you, and now we have it in our inventory. So now head back again, and before you go back to the main lighthouse, you should definitely stop by the old ruins excavation site again, friends. Because there's a hidden boss there that we haven't dealt with yet, since he was pretty tough at the beginning, but by now you should be able to handle him. So make your way all the way through here and slide down the ladder. And once you've reached the bottom, take the elevator over here, and while the elevator is moving, jump out onto the middle level. There's another secret boss there. If you haven't fought him yet, you should definitely do it. There's a small platform here. Yes, if you're quick enough, you can jump out onto it. If you're too slow or didn't realize it at first, just take the elevator back up and then jump out onto the middle level. Yeah, like I said, if you've already done it, just skip ahead to the next section, but I found this one pretty tough. It's basically that swamp monster, just a bit smaller, I think, and a little weaker, but still pretty strong, at least in this tiny arena here. So go in and take care of the guy. Fire always works well, but just do it however works best for you. He's back there, go get him, and then you can move on. So take this guy out here. He'll then run away. He won't actually die completely. He'll take off and run up here, which is actually a pretty cool scene, and then he's gone. Gemini will then say that we don't have time to kill this guy right now, so it's all good if he gets away too. Grab the quartz he dropped here, and of course use the stargazer to teleport back. Other than that, there's nothing else in this cave, but a little mini boss fight on the side is always something cool. That's why we included it here again. You can return later if you're stuck. We head back to the lighthouse to continue. Now we have the fisherman's key and so on. So, once we arrive at the lighthouse, we go down the stairs down again, of course, and head into the little house on the left. There we can use the Fisherman's key, and honestly, it's a pretty sad story in my opinion. There really isn't much here except for this one letter, and it's pretty intense. So once you've read through it, wow, it's really wild. In any case, you just head back out. There's nothing else to find here. The Fisherman's quest is basically finished. Then you just head straight through here, guys, and you'll reach the next section. There's a little cutscene coming up here and so on. Without giving you any major spoilers, the next video will pick up from here, but for now, just head towards the cabin. As I said, there's a longer cutscene here. I'm gonna skip through it, so be sure to pick up all items here. And yeah, then we can continue, and you'll actually learn quite a bit more about the story here. And yes, especially the cutscene reveals quite a lot, of course. Now we need to keep going straight ahead into this cave here. And we'll do that now, because there's another stargazer just around the corner. So we'll activate that one, and then we'll continue in the next video, friends. I'd be happy if you tune in again and give a thumbs up. That's really great. And so yeah, friends, until next time, take care, adios, and ciao ciao.